Hey guys, how's it going? It is September 19th, 2017, 10:40 p.m. Um, hmm. Interesting times for me. Very interesting, actually. Very strange way. Um, 2 days ago, I was probably at the peak of this game. And then it started coming back, and it was that feeling. This here. Still 0.36. We're at day 156 now. I know what the hell I am. Day, night. Ugh, I don't know. The cool thing about this is I don't have to be creative much at all in this game. For those of you that were still around with my Run 8 series, you'd find you basically, in a nutshell, after about 5 years, I needed a break, and this was it. This was the thing that caught my attention. It had the eye candy. Forgot about that. That sucks. Feels like I can hide. Beautiful graphics, probably sleep it off. Oh, I can. I don't know where this is going to take me. Ooh. Well, this could be good. This could be quite interesting, to say the least. All right, well, let's set a fire and catch the flu. At least it's not as noisy. Yeah. Here. Grab those. Grab this. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be real quick with this. I don't feel it. I love the beauty of this game. Maybe I just need to chill out for a bit. Maybe I need my son to play this for a little bit and watch him and see what he does. He certainly has enthusiasm. I think I was kind of a downer to him tonight when I was telling him. On the one hand, I was showing him the shark kills, and he was all excited about that. And I said, well, yeah, but then what do I do after that? I asked that same question on the forum. I didn't get any answers. And I guess maybe there's no simple answers to that. There's all my shark meat right there, see? So, I'll probably catch... Well, I catch hypothermia, whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's see here. Where's my water bottle? So, man, I guess I better fill up these damn water bottles. Least of my worries. So I don't know when this thing's gonna let me sleep. Probably not yet. Didn't think so. Surprised it let me sleep when I did, but I just did that to avoid the storm. And I'm likely going to get the flu, despite the fact that I'm sitting or standing right by the damn fire. One thing people have pointed out, this does happen for some strange reason. I'm not too sure why. I don't know if it's the smoker interferes, or... Actually, I've seen this happen without a smoker, so... But anyways... so... I'll just relax the night away here. I need 2 food, I don't care. Well, I forget if a large will do it or not, I don't care. I ain't worried about it. So, I ain't gonna do much tonight, because, put it this way, I dropped my son off at, I don't know, 9 o'clock? Yeah, I was back home by 9. And I was just like, okay. We watched the videos of my shark kill where I was like totally loving it. And then that's when the reality of this game really started hitting me. It's just like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me now I've killed the sharks and I can... I mean, yeah, I can challenge myself and try to put a boat out there without getting sunburn or heat stroke, or do this in the middle of the night and catch the flu or whatever, which is quite dangerous considering you're, well, I mean, you're gonna get heat stroke out there, well then you're gonna have to go in. But even if I'm, let's just say I can avoid the heat stroke and all that, and I don't think it's that big of an issue in the game that a lot of people bitch and moan about, quite frankly. But for them, it's what ruins it for them, so I'm like, okay, whatever. For me, though, I can avoid all that and play this game sensibly. But yet, now, what's the purpose? Here I am, I've got tons of food. I can, on any day, go in there, catch as many fish as I want. I usually don't even need a fire. The only reason why I did that was to avoid the storm, so I can basically explain myself. And that's it. And I was saying, you know, I was saying to my son, I says, well, yeah, you tell me, what am I going to do? Well, you can build and you can do that. I'm like, yeah, I can build, so what? I says, what's the point of building a bunch of houses? This is supposed to be a survival game. It's not supposed to be a building game. He says, if I want to build, Emmett, I says, I get SimCity. He says, SimCity's a great game. He says, yeah, I know, I play it. He plays it on some mobile version of it or something like that. And I said, oh, okay, cool. And I says, well, that's a building game. There's a purpose for that. Then there's, you know, there's rewards for that, and there's an ongoing thing. Now, mind you, this is 0.36 of it. I've only been in it with a few weeks. I got into Raft. It was free. I got out of it very quickly for the same reasons. And honestly, I thought this one had a lot more potential, but I'm not 100% sure, at least not in its current form. Do I think it's going to get better? Probably. How much better? I don't know, because eventually it's, you know, how much more things can you program? You almost need, if anything, you almost need a crafting menu that is mysterious. Like these are these hidden things that you find, and suddenly you find something and you're able to craft something you didn't think you had. I don't even know if that's enough motivation personally. Maybe it's video games in general I've lost motivation with, or entertainment in general I've lost motivation with. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just being too much on the computer. I really don't know. It's hard to say. It's been crazy. I mean, the last couple weekends we've been just playing this game like crazy. And, you know, it's early in this week, but who knows? I mean, right now I have no, and there's other games that, you know, it's like, you know, my son would want to play this. I don't really want to play that. And I don't really want to play this. I really don't want to play that either. I just don't have any interest in much. So I don't know what the hell's going on with me. I'm not depressed. I've been through that before, so that ain't it. I'm just like, I need something that really is going to get my imagination going. And something that doesn't take too much work either to set up. This was kind of what was cool about it. Is, you know, it's all set up for you. You got the graphics, you got everything else. But, you know, I guess I guess the more adventurous side, the exploring side, the survival side, the danger side, that's what I was kind of more into. I mean, there's been times in this game where I felt danger. I felt genuine danger. So, I mean, those are the type of things that really would advance the storyline. And the storyline has to be something that's not a single line story or missions or anything like that where you have to follow along like a Star Trek. Even when you have the multi-strings where you have their primary storyline and then you have other sublines and all that other garbage. I like the randomness and the ability to throw things, you know, throw different elements and creativity, and I love the fact that the island's randomly generated. I think that's cool. Perhaps, and I don't know, and I've heard something about this endless islands or something like that, that's somehow coming back eventually, where you're basically getting from one island to the next, and you may or may not have certain things. I mentioned one idea about storms. Have it so that, now I've heard that some things can deteriorate. We already know that certain weapons can and all that other stuff, so that's fine. But basically, I don't know if it's so much that I haven't played it long enough, or that I'm sensing that I'm going to have to play this a very long time before it gets really interesting. But have something where those storms do something. Not just be loud and annoying. Hell, I can ride my boat out in these storms and it don't really matter. It doesn't really do much. The only time I'm in danger is if I'm in a battle with a shark out on a boat and a storm comes up, and then suddenly that's usually when the shark has the best chance of tipping my boat. If it's in calm water, he doesn't have a chance for some reason. Because what happens is the shark comes around, you're off balance because you're not in the center. You're not in the center when he comes, and that's what throws it off, I think. Anyways, that's the only times a shark has ever tipped me over. And this was earlier on in the game, not more recently either. So yeah, that's about it. I probably won't even save it. I don't care about this right now. I just thought I'd throw that in there. And I mean, it's peaceful. There's things I can do around the house or whatever. I mean, so far I'm standing by the water and everything is fine. But I don't know when this thing allows you to sleep again. And let me interact with that for a minute. Sleep first. Let's see what happens. That time it let me sleep. Interesting. How far did it let me go? Wow, it really let me go like to 116. That's kind of strange the way it sleeps. I think it would take a 2-hour nap and that'd be it. But yeah, not too much else I can say beyond that. I mean, you set up these. Eventually, running out of wood's a good idea. I'm just trying to think of some of the other things that could make this game good, but I don't know if it's enough to get, you know, enough to really keep me interested at this point. Anyways, my son, you know, he's gonna have a fresh look at that. So, oh, I forgot to water this guy. That don't matter. He's okay. I got any fruit? I mean, there's interest in that. Yeah, I got a fruit there. That's. I guess I only get one, huh? One fruit per tree. Yeah. Yeah, it's just. I guess you really have to have a lot of variation into a game like this, and challenges that you know, are rather unique or whatever. No, I can't quite explain it any other way. Um, repeat playability is a word I like to use quite a bit of. You need repeat playability to make something like that. Now, like I said, I could play Run 8 most of the time for the past 5 years, and yeah, that game developed just like I'm sure this one will. But what's it going to do? I'm not sure. I don't know where they're headed with it. It's been in early access for 2 years or so. They're still making updates, so that's good. I certainly wish them all the best. Wow, that filled me up pretty good. So, look out here. But I mean, I can just go ahead and do that and hunt sharks and kill for meat, or you know, go fishing all day. There's a lot you can do. I suppose just building and furniture, and there seems to be a lot of emphasis on that. And apparently a lot of people like that. You know, you're able to build, you're able to craft. I guess, I don't know, maybe that's the point of all that. I kind of looked at it as, okay, your survival, you need these things to survive type thing. So you get yourself some shelter, storage, this protects it, so the rain doesn't damage. Like if you have stuff out in the open, but then the rain damages your property, and if you don't have these things protected, that could be damaged. Stuff like that. That would be kind of interesting. And then you have severity of storms that randomly hit certain parts of the island. And you don't have, if you're diversifying your portfolio in finances, let's say, you're also diversifying where your crops are, or where your sources of food are, or where you're storing some goods and stuff like that. So at the same time, you risk losing some of what you've diversified. But if you diversify enough, in other words, not putting all of your eggs into one basket, you will tend to do better. But I can see something like that somehow playing into this. I think, if anything, there should be plenty of warning that a storm is coming. I don't know. I was thinking maybe like a shortwave radio type thing where you're listening in, or you can see the storms that are coming, or your watch has some like 2-day outlook or something. I don't know how you do that. I don't even know how the watch works, quite frankly, to somehow predict what the weather's going to be in the next day. But anyways, yeah, you guys can feel free to leave comments and suggestions or whatever. I'm certainly not depressed. I'm kind of in a state now where it's just like, man, it's just like, I was watching YouTube for a little bit. I was just like, okay, this is putting me to sleep as well. And maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm just, you know, it's been a real busy since Friday at work. But we'll see what happens once the weekend hits. But I got a busy week still up ahead. It's gonna be a busy week for me at work, but that isn't it. That's not even on my mind right now. I want to actually have, you know, be able to enjoy and have fun and do things, but tonight I was just like genuine boredom. I was watching YouTube, and that was just boring me even more, so I thought, well, I'll come on here and share my story, and that's about all I got to say, really. I'm just hitting the sack. I am going to bed early tonight and take my car in and all out of the garbage, so, but not a big deal. So yeah, that's about it for now. And I don't know when I'll be back into this. Like I said, who knows? Things change from day to day with me. I may get a second win into this. I don't know yet. I'd like to say I'm getting back into Run 8 as well. It ain't there yet. I need some type of motivation to get into that. It's just not there, and I'm not too sure. It's kind of scary, because now we're dealing with my hobbies, and if I don't have my hobbies, I better find some new ones real quick, Because without hobbies, I mean, you know, work and my family being my only passions. That's kind of pathetic. But anyways, that's my life. So that's it for now. I'll let this go, and I will talk to you on the flip side. You can contact me in the forums, all forums that I'm on, as well as email for those of you who know me personally, or the YouTube channels as well. I'm always interested in comments and suggestions. Talk to you later.